Good evening. This is a regularly scheduled meeting of the Kettering City Council. Today's date is April 8th, 2025. Please join me in saying the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please bow your heads first, short invocation. Good evening. As we gather to serve our community, may we be guided by wisdom, compassion, and integrity. Let our discussions be fair, our decisions just, and our actions united in purpose. May we always strive to foster understanding, collaboration, and progress for the good of all. Amen. I would like to recognize our Miami Valley Communication Council TV operator, Evan Russell. This is his first meeting flying solo. Welcome. No, Mike's here too. Oh, and I don't have my mic on. See, now, Mike would have gotten that one at the first word. No, Evan, I'm only kidding you. Welcome, and we look forward to working with you and Mike when he comes along. Mr. Scott and Mr. Sudduth have an excused absence this evening, and I would like to call on Mrs. Fisher at this point for a motion to approve the minutes.
Your Honor, I have reviewed both the council workshop and meeting minutes for March the 25th. I do find them in order, and I move for their approval.
Second.
May we, does anyone have any questions or comments first before we approve minutes? Okay, call the roll.
Mrs. Fisher?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mrs. Hall? Yes. Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mayor Lehner?
Yes. We have an appointment tonight to the Board of Community Relations. Excuse me. Alexandra Williams for a term ending 12/31/27. Is she here this evening? Okay. Apparently not. We also have an appointment to the Board of Zoning Appeals, Kim Haverstick, to a term ending 12/31/28, and John Reed, term ending 12/31/27. Are either of them? Mr. Reed is here. Hi, welcome. Thank you both for volunteering to these positions. We will need a motion, I believe.
Your Honor, I do motion to approve all appointments.
Second.
Anyone have any questions? Okay, call the roll.
Mrs. Fisher?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mrs. Hall? Yes. Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mayor Lehner?
Yes. Okay. We have a proclamation tonight for Arbor Day, and Bill Cheerhart will be accepting this proclamation, and I understand Mr. Sullivan's going to read it.
I would be honored as a former Kettering Tree Committee member to read this here. This proclamation states, whereas Arbor Day is a special day set aside for the planting of trees and is observed throughout the nation and the world, and whereas Arbor Day calls attention to the need for conservation, stressing how essential it is to maintain and protect the beauty and usefulness of our natural forests, as well as the importance of trees to conserve the land in all areas. And whereas Arbor Day in Kettering is celebrated by the planting of trees at Gentilly Nature Park on Saturday, April 19th, 2025, which is part of Kettering's annual Tree Fest activities. And whereas, because of the city's commitment to enhance the scenic beauty of our community, the City of Kettering was awarded the Tree City USA Growth Award by the National Arbor Day Foundation for demonstrating environmental improvement for higher level tree care. And whereas, the continuation of planting trees within our community will enhance the quality of life for all residents and add to the scenic wonders that will be enjoyed by generations to come. Now, therefore, Peggy Lehner, Mayor of the City of Kettering, Ohio, on behalf of City Council and the community, does hereby proclaim April 19th, 2025 to be Arbor Day in the City of Kettering, Ohio, and urges all citizens to recognize the importance of planting trees as the embodiment of life for the economic and social growth of our community.
Thank you, Shane. And Bill, if you want to come down here and receive this and give us a few words.
Teamwork is what we like to see around here. Thank you, Chief. Appreciate that. Mayor, members of City Council, thank you for this proclamation. This is the 42nd year that the city is receiving the Tree City USA Award, and the third year being recognized for a Tree City Growth Award by the National Arbor Day Foundation. This truly happens through staff teamwork and financial support from Council. The Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Arts Department appreciates the city's commitment to tree planting and landscaping through capital improvement budgets. These funds improve our public street landscaping and address removing infected ash trees and replacing with native trees that will flourish in our city. Our team is highly skilled in arbor care, as evidenced by the many certified arborists on staff. In fact, Kettering is proud to have 5 certified arborists on staff in our Parks Division. We invite the community to join us for 2 events on April 19th, celebrating Arbor Day. The first, as Councilperson Sullivan mentioned, Tree Fest event taking place from 9 a.m. to noon at Gentilly Park, which is 915 Peach Orchard. During the event, we will plant trees, clean up the park. Residents are encouraged to bring gloves, shovels, and watering containers if they have them. The second event is the Tree Love event from 1 to 5 p.m. at Eudora Brewing Company at 3022 Wilmington Pike. This family-friendly event will teach you about trees and their crucial role in the world. Residents can enjoy children's activities, hear from local arborists, take part in the creation of an Arbor Day beer, and win raffle prizes. We hope Kettering residents will join us for these events celebrating trees in Kettering. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Anyone have any questions or comments?
See you
Thank
on
you so
Saturday.
We have a second proclamation this evening. This one is for National Volunteer Week, and Carrie Basson, who is the chair of the committee, will be accepting the proclamation. And Mrs. Fisher.
I'll be reading it, ma'am. I do have a proclamation. Whereas National Volunteer Week was established in 1974 and has grown exponentially each year, drawing endorsements of all subsequent U.S. presidents, governors, mayors, and respected elected officials. It is a time to say thank you and honor the millions of people who change the world by volunteering. It is about inspiring, recognizing, and encouraging people to seek out imaginative ways to engage in their community. And as whereas National Volunteer Week celebrates the power of volunteers to tackle challenges and be a positive force that transforms the world. And whereas during this week, all over our nation, volunteers will be recognized by their commitment to service, demonstrating that every individual has the power to make a difference in creating healthy, strong, and vibrant communities. And whereas each year we recognize the people and cause that inspire service by thanking volunteers who lend their time, talent, and voice to make a difference in our community during times of triumph and times of adversity. And whereas our nation was founded on a spirit of volunteerism, and talents and energies of American volunteers are one of our nation's greatest assets and certainly one of Kettering's greatest resources. And whereas the City of Kettering volunteer program has been blessed for 46 years with volunteers who are committed to make Kettering the place people are proud to call home. Therefore, Peggy Lehner, Mayor of the City of Kettering, and behalf of the City Council and the community, do hereby proclaim April the 20th through 26th to be National Volunteer Week in the City of Kettering. And we urge all our fellow citizens to volunteer in our community as we continue to come together to bring about positive change.
Okay. Thank you very much. Accepting the proclamation will be Carrie Bassam. Carrie is the Kettering City Schools Coordinator of Community Relations. Watch that one. Thank you so much, Carrie. And Carrie is also going to give you the next presentation. We'll just slip right into it.
Yes.
say a few words about this very important week that we're going to be celebrating here. National Volunteer Week is an opportunity to recognize and thank all of our volunteers who lend their time, talent, voices, and support because they care so deeply about their communities. During National Volunteer Week, our residents are encouraged to show their support for our volunteers by little acts of kindness. These simple acts perpetuate the goodwill fostered by their generosity. The City of Kettering is so fortunate to have a community of individuals driven by passion and kindness. These acts help enhance daily operations, expand successful programs and events, and strengthen our Kettering neighborhoods. The City of Kettering Volunteer Program is not only successful because of the dedication of our volunteers, but because of the staff who work alongside them and the leadership of all of you on our City Council. So on behalf of our Volunteer Advisory Council, thank you so much for the collaboration and support. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you, Carrie. And now I believe you are going to introduce the Mayor's Award for Volunteer Service.
One of my favorite jobs
Mine too.
as the chairperson, and I joined Mayor Lehner in this wonderful opportunity to recognize some really special people in our community. The Mayor's Award for Volunteer Service was created in 1983 as a way to honor outstanding volunteers who are making valuable contributions to the Kettering community. Recipients of this award must either be a resident of Kettering or volunteer service that is performed within our City of Kettering. In celebration of National Volunteer Week, a youth and an adult, or in this case, a group of adult volunteers, will be awarded the Mayor's Award for Volunteer Service. And we will start today with Lena Buscard. Yeah. Thank you. Lena is an outstanding Fairmont High School student who exemplifies exceptional leadership, academic achievement, and community service. As a DECA member, she has achieved significant success, placing second in full-serve restaurant management and principles of entrepreneurship, and qualifying for the state competition. Beyond her academic accomplishments, Lena demonstrates remarkable commitment to community service with more than 90 volunteer hours. She's actively involved in multiple school organizations, including Young Life, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Student Council, also known as USB for those of you who are familiar with Fairmont, and the Better Together Club. As a varsity basketball player, she helped her team win the GWAC and district championships. And professionally, she has worked as a lifeguard at South YMCA and Crestwood Swim Club, and as a server for Kohler Kettering. Her teacher describes her as intelligent, creative, kind, and consistently positive, a natural leader who balances excellence, athletic achievement, and community involvement with exceptional grace and effectiveness. Please join me in congratulating Lena as the Youth Mayor's Award for Volunteer Service recipient.
Thank you. I just wanted to thank the mayor and the city council for recognizing me, and then I also wanted to thank Mrs. Holweger for sending in a letter for me. She's really been a great teacher and mentor, and I can't wait to learn more from her. Thank you.
Can you come on over here?
Of course.
It's a good thing she has tennis shoes on, ma'am.
Liz, can you call?
She'll block your shot. She'll block your shot.
That wouldn't take much.
And now, a lot of you know I've been doing this for a long, long time. I think this might be the first time that the Volunteer Service Award is going to be presented to 10 different people. So, can the 10 of you make your way up here, please? And very apropos that we're recognizing these people in April. It might even have been more apropos if we'd done this a week from now, which would have been April 15th, but that's okay. Close enough. Yeah. A dedicated group of volunteers at the Charles Latham Senior Center provided an exceptional community service by offering free tax preparation from January through April 2024. The team of 6 tax preparers and 3 check-in desk volunteers contributed an impressive 2,300 hours, completing more than 900 tax returns for Kettering and surrounding community residents at absolutely no cost. Tax preparers Mark Simmons, Jim, help me pronounce your last name. Rebele, Brent Gindelberger, Ken Pachowski, Ann Skaleski. I said, could you give me Joneses or Sims? And Tom Schumacher, and check-in desk volunteers Barb Sweat, Pat Trent, Jane Wiseman, and Karen Schmidt worked collaboratively to create a welcoming, efficient environment. Their efforts made critical financial assistance acceptable to individuals who might otherwise have been able to afford professional tax preparation services. The volunteers' commitment exemplifies community service at its best, providing tangible support that helps families save money, avoid errors, and reduce financial stress during tax season. Please join me in recognizing these 10 individuals.
Karen Schmidt. Brent? Thank you. Brad? Congratulations. Thank you so much. Ken? Yeah. Ken Puchalski. Puchalski. Thank you very much. Jim? Tom? Tom Schumacher. Schumacher. You're going to take it from anyone, right?
Huh?
I just did one, Tom Schmidt.
I can be whoever you want. Call me whatever, I don't.
Tom Schumacher, thank you so much. Here you go. There you go. Mark Simmons?
He's not.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. We'll turn it this way. There we go. Ann? Thank you so much. Barb? Barb Sweat? Sweat?
Sweat.
Okay.
Thank you.
Pat? You're just sticking there. Okay. Congratulations. Thank you.
Do a group, yeah.
Thank you so much for all your time and effort. And I just would be in a cold sweat filling out my own tax return, let alone 900 others. So we really appreciate it, and I know the people that you've helped are very supportive of all that you do, and thank you so much.
Could we do a group photo if y'all just kind of gather up here with the mayor?
I want you ladies to know that my six favorite part is photos.
Where's she at?
You look great. We're ducking. We're ducking.
Scooch in. Get in here tight. Get in here tight.
Come on, I know you wanted this picture. I'll put you front and center. You think I won't? I will do it. All right, ready? I need a ladder. Okay.
There is a little reception downstairs for you.
Right now.
I don't know what you're missing.
They just have to move very quietly, please. Quietly, quietly. Move like church mice.
Okay, Mommy.
Move like church mice.
Okay. Where's my public hearing script?
We don't have any.
Okay.
You're the legislation, you mean? So you're on the next page here.
We're all going to be looking at you, Courtney.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. We have no public hearings this evening, so we will now move to public comments on legislation. If there's anyone in the chambers who would like to address council regarding any of the current legislation on tonight's agenda, they may come so down now. Please, if you have any comments to make, please provide your name, address, and please address the members of the council. Does anyone wish to speak? Okay, not hearing. We will now move on to ordinances and second reading, and we have none. So we will do resolutions, and I will call on Mrs. Fisher.
Your Honor, I do have a resolution authorizing the city manager to use competitive bargaining and negotiated quotes to contract for the repair and renovation of an aggregate path and path components of Pondview Park and minor asphalt repairs in various parks. The estimated cost and budget is $366,000. It is requested by Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Arts Department. I move for approval.
Second.
Mr. Bergstresser, do you have some comments?
Thank you, Your Honor. This one's fairly self-explanatory. We have a CIP project this year that will make repairs to several paths at Pondview Park, as well as other asphalt paths around various city parks. Be happy to answer any questions.
Does anyone have any questions? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Mrs. Fisher?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mrs. Hall?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mayor Lehner?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a resolution authorizing the city manager to accept a donation from Sarah Falter to help support ongoing programs at Charles Latham Senior Center. This is requested by the Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Arts Department. I move for approval.
Second.
Did I say the name wrong?
It's Susan.
What did I say?
It's Susan.
I said Susan? Sarah, sorry. Sarah Falter?
It's Susan.
Susan Falter.
Susan Falter, okay. Oh, I'm reading the old one. Sorry about that. Susan? My mistake.
Second.
Okay. Mr. Bergstresser.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Susan, Sarah.
Susan Falter, to be clear, provided a $100 donation to the Latham Senior Center to help support ongoing programming. So we certainly thank her for that donation, and this resolution would accept the donation. Thank you, and we're happy to answer questions.
Okay. Any questions? Call the roll.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mrs. Hall?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mrs. Fisher?
Yes.
Mayor Lehner?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a resolution authorizing the city manager to contract with AT&T for voice over IP phone service. This is being requested by the Administrative Systems Department. The cost and budget is $82,000 both, and I move for approval.
Second.
Mr. Greason.
Yes, Your Honor. This contract will enable the city to continue the primary phone service used throughout all city facilities, including non-emergency calls that go to the dispatch center. It's a fairly self-explanatory phone service, but I'd be glad to answer any sort of questions that you have.
Okay. Any questions? Seeing none, call the roll.
Mrs. Hall?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mrs. Fisher?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mayor Lehner?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into a cost-sharing agreement with the Board of Education of the Kettering City School District for the Safety Section Program for the 2025-2026 school year. This is requested by the Engineering Department, and I move for approval.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Greason.
Yes, Your Honor. This is a continuation of a long-standing program. The city and the school board, for the most part, share the cost of services for the adult crossing guards and performing school-related crossing guard duties at designated intersections and school zones. They pay, it's a 50-50, they pay 50% of most crossing guards' costs and a portion of supervisor. This is part of the Kettering Safe Route to School program provided to designated Kettering elementary schools. Be glad to answer any questions that you may have.
Anyone have any questions? Call the roll.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mrs. Fisher?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mrs. Hall?
Yes.
Mayor Lehner?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a resolution directing the city engineer to prepare and file renewed, recalculated, amended, and/or consolidated assessments for street lighting. It is requested by the Engineering Department, and I move for approval.
Second.
Mr. Bergstresser.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is the first piece of legislation for our annual street lighting assessment program. It's authorized under Chapter 947.02 of our codified ordinances. That process requires a resolution to be passed enabling the city engineering department to renew and recalculate annually the street lighting assessments for all the properties that are affected. I would like to point out the assessment rates are the same as they were in 2024, and for many years they have not been increased. So they are remaining the same for 2025. We have prepared the list of assessments that is on file with the Office of Clerk of Council, and we will plan to advertise it per requirements, and at a subsequent meeting there will be more legislation to approve the assessments for this year. Be happy to answer any questions.
Anyone have any questions? Call the roll.
Mrs. Fisher?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mrs. Hall?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mayor Lehner?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a resolution amending resolution number 11216-25 regarding procurement of design and environmental services for the Galewood Street Bridge Rehabilitation Project, city number 03-928B, ODOT project MOT-Galewood Street Municipal Bridge, PID 122768. The estimated cost is $193,751, and the amount budgeted is $120,000. This is requested by the Engineering Department, and I move for approval.
Second.
Mr. Bergstresser.
Thank you, Your Honor. The resolution mentioned by Mr. Sullivan, which was adopted by Council back in January, authorized the city to use ODOT's consultant selection process to contract for the engineering design and environmental services for the rehabilitation of a bridge on Galewood Street, which is near State Farm Park. That resolution authorized $120,000 for the consultant contract. We have been through the consultant selection process since that legislation was passed. LJB Inc. Was selected through that process. Their design fee is $193,751. So this resolution authorizes the additional expenditure of $73,751 to bring us up to the full contract amount for authorization. Previously, the city was awarded federal funds for this project. Also, engineering design and environmental services were awarded municipal bridge funding at a split of 80% federal, 20% local. The good news is ODOT will be contributing additional federal funds to keep the funding split at 80-20, even though the cost of the design services exceeded $120,000. The additional local funds for this project this year for the $73,000, our share of that will come from underspending on other projects this year. All told, the bridge project will be constructed in 2028, so we've got a couple-year design process to get through before we get there. And I would be happy to answer any questions.
Does anyone have any questions? Please call the roll.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mrs. Hall?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mrs. Fisher?
Yes.
Mayor Laner?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a resolution authorizing the city manager to use competitive bargaining and negotiated quotes to contract for the purchase of a set of 4 mobile column lifts for the Vehicle Maintenance Center. This is being requested by the Public Service Department, and the estimated cost is $75,000. I move for approval.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Bergstresser.
Thank you, Your Honor. As mentioned, this would purchase a set of 4 mobile column lifts for our Vehicle Maintenance Center. We have in-ground lifts at the VMC, but they are inoperable, and we're no longer able to procure parts for the repairs. So we would like to move to a mobile column lift system, but we do need to make some modifications to our maintenance bays to accommodate this new equipment. So this resolution tonight would authorize the city to move forward with this project. We do not require a supplemental appropriation for this project, since we plan to depreciate the equipment through the VMC Operations Fund over the life of the equipment. Do you happen to answer any questions?
Any questions? Call the roll.
Mrs. Hall?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mrs. Fisher?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mayor Laner?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a resolution authorizing the city manager on behalf of the city to make a $20,000 contribution to the Big Hoopla and the Dayton Development Coalition's Hometown Heroes program to sponsor Military Appreciation Night at Fraze Pavilion. The estimated cost and amount budgeted is $20,000. This is requested by the city manager's office, and I move for approval.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Greason.
Yes, Your Honor. The Big Hoopla, through the Dayton Development Coalition's Hometown Heroes program, provides tickets to area events to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base airmen, guardians, and civilians and their families. Military Appreciation Night includes a concert. This summer, it's going to feature Riley Green at Fraze Pavilion on July 18th, where Hometown Heroes is purchasing 700 tickets, which essentially ensures a sellout to that concert. This important regional event has been attracted to the Fraze this year, having been held in another community and at another venue for the past several years. So we're really pleased and excited to be able to attract this event back to our community. Recognizing the positive impact of a sold-out event to support the military and to have the opportunity to host this event, the city wants to be a title sponsor of Military Appreciation Night. Be glad to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you. Any questions? Seeing none, call the roll.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mrs. Fisher?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mrs. Hall?
Yes.
Mayor Laner?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a resolution authorizing a demolition grant agreement for the property located at 2945 Glenmore Avenue. Its estimated cost is up to $50,000, with $50,000 also budgeted, requested by Planning and Development Department, and I move for approval.
Second.
Okay. Let's see. Mr. Chadowski.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This particular piece of legislation will authorize, as noted, a dollar-for-dollar match for the demolition of the property at 2945 Glenmore Avenue. For those of you that aren't aware, this is the vacant structure which sits at the corner of Glenmore and Dorothy Lane, immediately adjacent to the Blueberry Cafe. Following the demolition of this building, the site will be improved to accommodate additional off-street parking for the Blueberry Cafe, and we would ask that council adopt this legislation this evening. Happy to answer any questions or concerns that council may have.
Anyone have any questions? Okay. Call the roll.
Mrs. Fisher?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mrs. Hall?
Yes.
Ms. Duval?
Yes.
Mayor Laner?
Yes. That concludes our resolutions for this evening. We do have one ordinance in first reading.
All righty. Your Honor, I have an ordinance in first reading that states by adopting and implementing the procedures of the Ohio Revised Code, Chapter 5722, to facilitate reutilization of non-productive land situated within the city of Kettering, Ohio, and the procedures under Section 323.65-323.79 of the Ohio Revised Code to facilitate the reutilization of abandoned land situated in the city of Kettering, Ohio, and repealing ordinance number 4229-14.
Thank
That's
you.
first reading.
First reading. Mr. Chudowski.
Yes, Madam Mayor, thank you. This particular legislation, in layman's terms, is necessary to bring city legislation in line with state statutes with respect to foreclosure actions and expedited foreclosure actions. So we would ask that council continue to consider this legislation so that upon its second reading and final adoption, the city can take full advantage of these very beneficial tools when it comes to redeveloping and revitalizing property within our community. Happy to answer any questions or concerns that council may have.
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions? Seeing none, that's first reading. Mrs. Hazlett, do we have any certifications and petitions this evening?
Your Honor, we have no certifications or petitions this evening.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you. We will then move to the manager's report and the community update. Mr. Greason.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you for the opportunity to give you a brief update. As you know from the award, the recognition of the individuals this evening, it is income tax time. Returns are due April 15th. All residents, including part-year residents of the city of Kettering who are 18 years of age and older, are required to file an annual income tax return, and forms are available on our website. People can use our e-filing system, or certainly they can stop in to our office for assistance from our outstanding staff. Please, to avoid late filing fees, returns must be received in our office or postmarked by April 15th. Spring is upon us and mulch is available, will be available, I should say, on April 14th. We restock on Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and hours are sunrise to sunset 7 days a week, and residents need to bring proof of residency. Additionally, one of the great services we provide, we do a residential spring leaf collection. That begins April 21st. Crews will make a single pass through the community, and it happens relatively fast, so please have your leaves placed out at the street before this date, and we would be glad to pick them up. Councilmember Sullivan talked about Arbor Day and the wonderful events we have that celebrate Arbor Day, and Tree Fest, I will reiterate, is Saturday, April 19th, 9 a.m. to noon at Gentilly Nature Park. We encourage everyone to join us, plant trees, help clean up the park, and help dedicate the city's Arbor Day tree. After that outstanding event, you can come join us for a celebration of trees and craft beer at Tree Love, which is also April 19th, 1 to 5 p.m. at Eudora Brewing Company. We appreciate their partnership. This is a family-friendly event all about trees. There's a lot of activities and organizations that promote Arbor Day, and we're glad to be in partnership with them for this outstanding event. We encourage you to come. On Saturday, April 26th, we're providing an additional community service, DEA Drug Take-Back Day. If you have unused, unwanted drugs in your medicine cabinet, this is your opportunity to bring them to the Kettering Police Department from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., and we will help you get rid of them. Please be drug safe. We also want folks to be healthy, and we offer blood pressure clinic dates in the spring. We do this at and in partnership with the Dayton Metro Library Kettering Moraine Branch. The April, May, and June dates are on the screen. Please, for any reason, please feel free to stop by and have your blood pressure taken. Another wonderful event in the springtime in Kettering on May 3rd, Saturday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. We have an interactive art festival for kids, Art on the Playground. That is at the Habitat Environmental Center. Parking will be at Southdale Elementary, and if you have any questions, please call the number on the screen. But we would love for families in Kettering to bring their kids to art on the playground. In previous meetings, we've talked about the opportunity to get rain barrels or a compost bin. As a public service, a number of governments, including Kettering, are offering rain barrels and compost bins for a reasonable price. They have to be ordered before May 4th, and to get more information, you can get it at rainbarrelprogram.org/MC. Our Board of Community Relations and the Rosewood Art Center have come up with a great and creative way to celebrate our Asian American and Pacific Islander Month and get people, in particular children, engaged in learning more about Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders and their heritage in our community. This is a lantern and mobile contest for children in grades 6 through 8. They will have the opportunity to create art, and we would ask that they submit it to their class or here at the Kettering Government Center by May 9th, 2025. There is an award for the best art. There are also recognitions for the classrooms that have the most participants and the schools that have the most participants. And so this is an exciting way to celebrate Asian American and Pacific Islander Month. We encourage kids to participate. Our Kettering Leadership Academy is also accepting applications. And if you don't know much about the Kettering Leadership Academy, there are any number of us who can answer questions. It is a great opportunity to learn more about Kettering and have personal and professional growth. We'll take applications through June 3rd, and if you need more information, there's a number on the screen you can contact. We have a lot going on in Kettering, Your Honor, and thank you for the opportunity to share some of it.
Thank you, Mr. Gleason. It sounds like a busy month for everyone, particularly lots of opportunities for families to get involved. So thanks for your information on that. Let's see. Okay, at this time, if you would like to come speak before City Council, please come before the podium. This is not for legislation necessarily. It's for whatever anyone wants to speak on. Each speaker will have a 5-minute limit. Speakers are asked to state their name and address. Is there anyone who would like to speak before City Council this evening? Okay. Please let me remind you, you have a 5-minute timer here, and please try not to repeat information that provided to council previously. Sure. Thank you. Yeah. So familiar looking face here. Go ahead.
David Woods, 3230 Lakeview Avenue. I'm here, working on a definition of character lawsuit, and I want to sue the city of Inglewood in Kettering, Ohio. I want $2 million to go to Christine McDonald of the Civil Rights Commission in Kettering, Ohio. And then I want $2 million to go to my lawyer, Kirk Clyde Smith, that's working on a lawsuit in Dallas, Texas. And also I want $2 million to go to the mayor of Kettering, Ohio, and the city council meeting, $2 million for y'all. And I want $9 million, and I want the $9 million, I don't even want to spend the money. I want to put the money in the bank so that money be my dad's money so he didn't die for nothing. Basically, Christine McDonald has proven that the Kettering Hospital has violated my civil rights, my brothers and sisters' civil rights, and my mother's civil rights. Basically, like I said before, but I'm gonna make it short, cut it out short. My dad was in the hospital, and then they had this, what my dad was, they had this pretty white woman. She had long black hair. She about 30 or 35 years old. She pretty like Britney Spears and Donald Trump's oldest daughter, that good looking. And she prayed for my dad, right? And then my dad's had an infection because Dr. Nicholas Bronica from Kettering Campus Hospital gave him infection and did a surgery. He didn't know what he was doing. My dad would be alive today and I wouldn't be here, and I'll be doing a religious show with my dad right now. But he caused my dad's death because my dad was about to get released. But Dr. Nicholas Bronica caused my dad to die on this earth because he would be here today. And he'd be on NBCC preaching right now. My dad is a preacher, and he served at the United States Navy in the Vietnam War. Well, just remember that. So they were praying for my dad. After they got done praying, the pretty white woman, Chapman, I said she's pretty because she was beautiful. That's what I remember. I was like, dang, that woman good looking. I said, dang, I ain't never seen a woman that good looking. That's why she got my attention. I said she's so pretty. And so after she got done praying, my dad had a seizure, so he grabbed his arm, because my dad, when he in pain, he grabbed my arm too and scratched you, and the male nurse slapped my dad in the face, and my dad went unconscious like this. Next thing you know, the male nurse grabbed his face like this, and then he choked him, and then they cut the camera off real quick. The next day, my dad went into shock, and he went brain dead. A week later, they went ahead and killed him. Now, I don't know what they did. I don't know if they had my brothers and sisters do it, but I know I was the main power attorney of medical, and no one can overwrite me on that. So after that, basically, he died after that because of that. They didn't supposed to do that. Until this day, the doctors and nurses have not told me that my dad is dead on this earth. You know how that feel when you don't know, never seen your dad's dead body? And he's dead, they said, and they never told me that he died on this earth? So every night I wake up dreaming that he's alive, and they say he's dead. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. So I don't have that feeling of remorse that he's dead. But and also they violated my sister and brother's civil rights because they didn't tell my sister and brother that the male nurse choked and slapped my dad in the throat. Christine McDonald of the Civil Rights Commission of Kettering, Ohio, she's so good. She went ahead and talked to the lawyer, Captain Perez, doctors and nurses, and they had not told my brother and sister to this day that they choked my dad, and that's how he got critical. Or my mother that was married to him, and she died 5 months ago, and she's dead now. She didn't know it. I guess she in heaven, she talked to him. Now my brother and sisters, they didn't know that he got choked. Kettering House supposed to notify them. They didn't notify that. They haven't notified me that my dad is dead as earth. When my mother died, my sister like, oh, my heart hurt. I feel like I'm about to get a heart attack. She didn't want to talk about it. My older sister cried. So when they finally find out, I want Christine McDonald, my paralegal for Kirkline Smith for Dallas, Texas, Erica, and I want that pretty white woman to sit down with my sister, where my sister got a 13-year-old daughter and 10-year-old daughter, and I want her to sit down with her because I think my sister's gonna have a heart attack when she finds it out, because she still don't know this day. She walking with a school teacher and don't even know this. And I wanted to tell her that male nurse choked my dad, put him in shock, so she won't have a heart attack so they can be there for her. And also, since my dad served in the United States Navy, I want Donald Trump to give an award for my sister on behalf of my dad and give him the award of honor for serving the United States Navy, because my dad loved this country. And he loved the people in this country. And my dad's personality is like Mr. Rogers and Santa Claus. I never had to work. When I was 21 years old, I worked, and my grandma said, to be a man, you gotta work. My dad didn't care if I had to work. I wouldn't have to work now, and I'm a grown man, because he worked at General Motors. He had plenty of money. He's that good of a dad. He spoiled my sister to her husband. Oh, my precious daughter, I love you. He spoiled her, gave her everything he wanted. I'm not used to but a dad doing good. So anybody said that their dad treat them bad, I don't know what that is, because all I know is I had love towards my dad. No reason I ain't made no kids deserve, because my dad said a man's supposed to make money.
Mr. Woods, your time is up. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. At this point, I'd like to call on City Council to give their reports. Start with Mrs. Fisher.
Well, Your Honor, my highlight over the last couple weeks was the Employee Council picnic at Delco Park. I think that our Employee Council does a fantastic job of creating activities for all of our Kettering employees to participate, and even though it was a bit chilly out there, everyone was eating well, and looks like everybody had some good times hitting some balls out towards the pond. So that's all I have for my report today.
Thank you. Mr. Sullivan.
I just wanted to talk about, it's already been talked about many times, but Tree Fest is a wonderful thing. And at Tree Love afterwards, which was award-winning, right? That is an award-winning event. There's some great raffle items that are given off, some of which are like good-sized trees, not saplings, but like good-sized potted trees people are walking out with. So good native trees. So it's just a wonderful, that whole day is wonderful. But again, I would encourage you guys to show up. And I wanted to talk about Kettering Fairmont High School's theater department is putting on a production of Les Mis, and it is this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I have many students that are performing on stage, behind the scenes, playing music, and I've had several students tell me to tell everyone I know to show up Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, or all of them. They would love that.
Great job.
They do a wonderful job. So it is at 7:30 on the 10th, which is Thursday, 7:30 on the 11th, which is Friday, and then there's a 2 o'clock and a 7:30 showing on April 12th, which is Saturday. It's $14 for adults and $10 for seniors and students. So if you can make it, they would appreciate it if you showed up. But that's it for me.
Great, thank you.
Just one thing for me, we had an opening of a new art piece at the Rosewood Art Center that was lovely today by a Korean-American artist. And it seems like strange times to be celebrating art in the city's art collection, but it is important, and I'm going to talk more about it next week when we have workshop and our full city council is here, and why it's significant that Kettering has such a nationally significant art collection, and proud of our city for that. And that's it for me.
Mr. Dow.
I don't really have an update tonight, but I do want to say that Courtney Pittsinger is here in our audience. She is one of our KLA members, and hopefully all of you will be seeing her next month at graduation. So we're excited to see your project. Can't wait. And I think that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. I don't have a whole lot to report tonight either. I did go to the art opening today, and you must stop by at Rosewood Art Center to see it. It's different. It's very joyful. It's fun. It's a little different, like I said, but you know, art appeals to different people at different levels, and you never know. But it's fun, no matter what you think of it. It is a fun piece. So go and enjoy it. What's it called, Bill? What's the name?
The name is Silver Linings.
Silver Linings.
Silver Lining, yes. The taller structure is 9 feet in height.
Yeah.
And the shorter structure is 5 feet in height.
Yeah.
And they elicit a lot of positive feelings. Is what everybody looks
Yeah,
like.
it really does. It's hard not to smile when you look at it. So with that, that concludes our business for this evening. If no further business come before City Council, our next regularly scheduled City Council meeting will be April 22nd, and this meeting is adjourned.